Hey all, welcome back to my channel ServiceNow Training and Placement. So to continue this series JavaScript, today we are going to explain the conditional statement. Okay, so what all conditional statement we have? We have if, we have else if, and we have else. So we will go through all this and we'll see how we can use them. So the first is the if statement. I'm going to explain you through an example. Okay, let's suppose I have created a variable called age equals to 20. So I'm saying if age is greater than or equals to 18, js.print you are eligible to watch this movie. So if you are using a single if, then this block only execute when the statement is true. When the statement is false, suppose this, in this case, age is already greater than or equals to 18. Okay, so what it will do? It will print this statement because it is getting the condition matched. Here the age is 20 and here it is getting true because it is 20 is greater than 18. Suppose if this is 22, it is going to return nothing. So if you are using a single if statement, if the condition is false, nothing happens. Okay, but if I use else with this, in this situation, one of the block will always execute. If this is true, that means other will always be false, because with this else you are not using any of the condition. Like here, if you have used the age is greater than or equals to 22, which is not, that's why this block will get execute. Okay, so any of the time if you want that one of the block will always execute, you should be using the else and if. Second is if, else if, and else. When you are having too many conditions, you need to use if, else if, and then else. Let's suppose we have a variable called assigned group. Group equals to, let's suppose, database. So it will compare like if assigned group equals to network. Okay, so at this point in time I just wanted to g_form dot set value what I want to set. I wanted to set it as network. Okay, this piece of code will not run because this runs in the client side. So what I'll do, I'll just print this simple statement, gs.print and assign ticket to network. Okay, similarly else if, I'll write here database. If this, then what it will do, assign the ticket to database. We can take another condition if you want, else if assign group equals to hardware, then gs dot print and assign or else. Okay. So here there were 4 conditional statement. Okay, if the assignment group is network, you should be assigning the ticket to network. If database, then to database. If hardware, to hardware. If none of them, then you have to assign the ticket to service desk. So what will happen here? The second statement is true and it will go into this loop. Whatever execution you will write here, whatever piece of code will write here will run and do their actions. Okay, let's suppose this is the ITIL. Okay, so this time which block will execute? This else block, because it is not going to match with anyone. Service desk. So this is pretty simple and straight. There is nothing much complex in this if else statement. And we have seen if, we have seen if else, and this multiple statement. The last is nested if else. If within the if. Okay, so how we can write this? Again, I am going to take an example for that. Let's suppose here nested if. Let's suppose I'll be taking a user where user equals to admin and where is active equals to true. Fine. So what I want is to grant the access to this user. Okay, so if I'm writing if admin, what it will do? Another if else. So if within if is called the nested if is active, then gs dot print So this block, like whatever logic you write here, this block will only execute it whenever it is going to match all those 2 conditions. Like user should be passing this and this conditional statement as well. So at this point in time is active is going to return the true. So this should get executed. If I run this script, you'll see here the admin access granted. If I change any of this, let's suppose I have made the false. Okay, the script is saying not admin access because it is going in the second one. Okay, now the third is the triple equals to. Okay, we somewhere you can see the triple equals to as well. We have the comparison. Okay, so triple equals to, what triple equals to do? It will not only compare the value but also compare the data types. This is the one of the important question can be asked to any of the interview questions. So you just need to keep in mind that compare triple equals to compare value and data type both. Okay, so this is the end of this second video in the series. I'll create a new video for the non-primitive data type, Okay, thereafter we will do the for, do while and while loop as well. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel and enjoy watching ServiceNow training and placement.